So, you probably clicked on this video in disbelief, hoping this video will change your view of Red Dead Online. That the disappointment you face fades away after this video. Well, let me tell you, if all goes right, you might actually do. But this video explains how I come to peace with the fact that Red Dead Online isn't what everyone expected, but that we instead need to shape it that way. And hey, if after this video you still think that Red Dead Online stinky, I thank you in advance for at least giving this video a shot. And maybe you'll remember this video when you're playing Red Dead Online in the future. Well, ever since Red Dead Redemption 2 was released, I became obsessed with it. I finished the story in a week and couldn't wait for the Red Dead Online beta. Let me just try to explain to you why I was so hyped for the online mode of the game. At the time, I was watching this Netflix TV show called Frontier, which tells a story of the fur trade in the New World. It follows Declan Har, played by Jason Momoa, who is the leader of the Black Wolf Company. They compete with the HBC, which is a large British fur company back in England. The action and drama make for a very special show that I have not seen before. This made me fall in love with the time period in early America. But this isn't why you clicked on this video, right? You want to know how you can rekindle your love for Red Dead Redemption, and in particular Red Dead Online. And I will make it my job to help you do that, because like many others, I've been here from the beta days. Just take a look at some of my first live streams, and yet I play this game as if it just came out. However, I still need to hold you on the leash for a while longer. Let me introduce to you this Reddit post by the user Carthos. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I highly recommend taking your time to read through this post and its comments, as it kind of explains some of the aspects I want to talk about. But for the video's sake, I'll try to summarize what I understand from it. Carthos goes on to say that Red Dead Online should stop being compared to GTA Online. This because GTA Online resonates to us more because of the simple fact that we live in that world. Minus all the crap like this and this, oh, and this, and not to forget this. Whereas in Red Dead Online, we can only believe what we were told from history classes and movies or shows or books even. And therefore it's incredibly hard to have a fun and immersive time in Red Dead Online. This is one of the reasons why the story mode did so well. You already have the characters. The world is built, there is no need for further imagination. Although it's 100% possible. And suddenly, you're dropped in this online version where you create your character and must create that same feeling for yourself. This component, which is imagination, is one of the key factors to having an enjoyable time in Red Dead Online. Carthos mentions a beautiful quote somewhere in the end: "Enjoy your time doing nothing." Right, so with that out of the way, and to not make this video unbearably poetic, I tried to break down the things that you need to do to have a better time in Red Dead Online. This video is my own opinion. You may not agree to any of the things that I'm going to say. And that's okay. But as a long-time player, you may trust me when I say that I do know what I'm talking about. And I can guarantee that if you watch this video and play Red Dead Online in the future, you will remember some of the things I talk about. And if that's the case, I did my job. I know, get to it already. You got it. So, let's start with the most important thing in this whole damn video. Your backstory. This is your absolute core. From this, everything else follows. Yep, it's going to be this kind of video. But come on, you know what you signed up for. Right, my backstory. So, what I want you to do, this can be as big or small as you want. I want you to give your character meaning. Just like the characters in the story have meaning. Just like your favorite characters in movies and shows have meaning. Who is your character? And how did he or she become like this? Let me tell you how I've done exactly that. I put on a Red Dead Redemption ambient playlist. By the way, this guy has too many to choose from. I opened my text program. If you really want to feel inspired, grab a paper and a pencil. And I took a look at my character and just began writing. Now I completely understand that this is not easy for a whole bunch of you. And I'll tell you what, you don't need to do what I did. Just thinking about it helps a lot. But if you write it down, you'll have something to refer to, and you'll remember it. This, maybe not so simple step, is vital. Make your character interesting. Take inspiration from others. Characters in movies, games, books, whatever. Make it so that your character could be the protagonist in his own game. That's what gives you all meaning, right? You're the center of your own life. Jesus. This went downhill real quick. But if you complete this step, and this may take a while, I guarantee you'll get a lot more fulfillment out of Red Dead Online. Now, to get this out of the way, there are going to be people that play Red Dead Online just for the sake of gameplay. Whether this is PvP or just riding horses or shooting up Valentine over and over and over again. And that's okay, but even those players can give meaning to the things they're doing. In these cases, for PvP you could come up with a story that a simple outlaw that got offended when a player splashed mud all over his pants. For riding horses, you could say that you're a rancher that tests horses by going on trail rides. For shooting NPCs, you could say that you're a Civil War veteran who was made fun of by the whole town. If you give meaning to the things you do in Red Dead Online, you're already halfway to creating an interesting story for your character. And if you really don't want to bother with any of the things I'm saying, insert, well then you are lost. What? Oh right.
Well then you are lost!
Alright, remember when I said that if you create a backstory, the rest will follow? You do? Huh, well I'm impressed. But let's get to maybe the second most important thing in the entirety of Red Dead Online. Playing dress up with your character like it's a 5th edition Barbie doll. But no, for real. Outfit and gun customization is literally one of the most important things to begin having a fun time in Red Dead Online. Let's put an end to all the black leather outfits, to golden guns, to ridiculous face bandanas, to golden accented gun belts, all of it. Instead, make an outfit that suits your character and its backstory. One of the best ways to do this is recreating pictures or outfits from movies. And if you want to look authentic to the time period, I highly recommend watching some of Man vs. History's videos in which he explains how to recreate an authentic outfit for specific roles like lawmen or ranchers. What I do all the time is just browse through Pinterest and recreate outfits from paintings I find. There are also a bunch of really helpful Instagram accounts that make some awesome outfits. I'll put some of my favorites in the description of this video. Now if you look at horses, there are some things that you can certainly change to make it more realistic. Remove the masks and lantern for example, that already does a lot. And instead of picking that flashy new Turkoman, pick a nice Tennessee Walker for a change. And instead of using this saddle, try opting for a realistic saddle like this one. To clarify, if you really like wearing the leather roll outfits and using flashy horses with ridiculous face masks, go right ahead. If that keeps you from not deleting the game, then don't listen to me. I'm just explaining that choosing for a realistic and suitable attire for your character might offer a more enjoyable time. And help you connect to the world, because that is what you must try to do. Connect your character and yourself to the world of Red Dead Online. This is one of the key components to immerse yourself and to use the big word, roleplay. Now, a lot of people get scared when hearing roleplay. They might immediately think about putting up fake accents and interacting with other players in the game. Let me put you at ease. It doesn't need to be like that. Let's just say we mean the light version of roleplaying. If we dissect the word, we're left with role and play. Play the role. Like I said before, play like your character would behave in this world. I'll give you an example. Your character was a sharpshooter during the Civil War. Now you've put those skills to use in your new trade, bounty hunting. You've been tracking a bounty for multiple days now, till you finally find him torturing a civilian. You hide on top of a mountain in the distance with your sniper rifle. Right when that civilian yells for help, you put a bullet in the knee of that bounty. You deal with the rest of the gang when they try to run to you on that mountain while the bounty limps away. You track him until you finally hog-tie him and bring him to your colleague who's waiting at the prison wagon. You could see this as solo role-playing, which is perfectly possible, as you can see. And when you get tired of one character, you change appearance, write a whole new backstory and start going from there. I have a feeling you're beginning to understand the whole concept of this video. The next point I would like to talk about is something that has kind of been mentioned already and comes naturally when you've done all the things I told so far. Playing and behaving realistically. I can hardly distinguish you from an NPC. The best way to explain this part is to just give some examples. Walk in towns instead of sprinting. Organize hunting trips instead of just running around on your horse and dead-eyeing every animal you see. Go fishing, rest at night. You move slower on steep hills or in the snow. Kill your bounty instead of John Wicking your way through an entire camp. Have too many drinks at the saloon. Like Carthos said in the beginning of the video, enjoy your time doing nothing. I quickly want to mention some other stuff that helped me enjoy Red Dead Online. Put a playlist together of songs, vocal or ambient, that you listen to while playing Red Dead Online. The amount of times I did gang hideouts while blasting American Venom through my headphones. Now to be fair, the music of Red Dead Online is sick on its own. But it might be more fun listening to what you like and to have the right song at the right moment. The second point that I want to share, it's okay if you don't do all the things I said all the time. Heck, I don't even do them all the time. Most of the time I do these things unconsciously because I've grown so used to doing them. But it's okay to pop some health cures and soloing legendary bounties. I'm just telling you that if you like the game and its world as much as I do, these things happen on their own. Now I couldn't make this video without knowing that you all are thinking exactly what I'm thinking. How can we keep playing the game without new content to enjoy? And this is a real tough one. This, along with griefing, is one of the reasons so many people stop playing. And I feel that pain too. I too am angry that this game doesn't get the attention it deserves. And I guess one of the things that keeps me going is that I have friends to play with, who roughly share the same feeling I have about Red Dead and its world. We all created our own backstories and told them around the campfire. I'm sure they'll post something in the comments, right guys? But I understand that this isn't the case for many others. To all those people who play this game alone because their friends don't like the period or concept, I'll say, try the things I mentioned here. Oftentimes I play alone too. And these tips, if you would like to call them that, help me going strong. I also want to mention another thing. The fact that Rockstar doesn't give stuff we asked them to give. And I agree. No one asked for the naturalist, and yet here we are. But the naturalist brought the trapper alongside it. I guess what I'm trying to say is that as long as Rockstar doesn't give up on the game, we will get what we are asking for. The question is just, when? I always said to my friends when they ask me why we can't rob trains, etc. If they do the boring and useless stuff now, the fun and interesting things will come in the future. As they always say, the best is yet to come. I hope this video will help you in your desperate attempt to re-love the game again, because I know that at some point this game was your favorite. And if the things I said didn't help at all, well then I'm sorry you're not like me. Everybody is different. That's why it's so difficult to make a video like this and have it work out for everyone. But I tried my best to explain this matter to you. I had this video planned for over a year now, and I finally got around to actually making it real. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please consider liking the video, and please put any thoughts on the subject or about this video in the comments. I would love to discuss this video further and interact with other opinions. And if you really like me, I have some other videos on the channel that you can watch in the meantime. Anyways, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. And bye bye.